We're in the process of doing a DIY extension, so while we had the digger, we want to make as much use of it as possible. I had a list as long as my arm of jobs to get done on the property, and obviously I couldn't get half of them done. Main thing we wanted to attack was landscaping the garden. We're Hayley and Chris. We're a family of 5 and we've bought a 2-bedroom cottage that sits on the edge of a woodland. This house was an absolute state. We've made it livable and now we want to make it bigger. So we've got planning permission. It's time to start. Now, our garden was absolutely beautiful. I loved it. I still love it. And I was actually really nervous to do this because I was very aware that I could ruin the garden. And it was the selling point of the house. Now, you may be thinking, why have you touched this? And this is very privileged problems, but problems they are. There was no flat area on our property, no flat area to play football, tennis, hit a ball, cricket, whatever. And Kit's really getting into his football and I want him to have an area where he can practice. And that was the first issue. The second issue is our property is on clay. Now, if you have clay, you know what I'm talking about. The topsoil in our garden was only about 2 inches deep. And because obviously when it rains, the water just does not go into that clay. It sits on top, so it just sits on this 2 inches. Become extremely boggy, extremely muddy, slippy. It was a nightmare. I've also slightly made it on a gradient so that it slopes down towards the pond. And then on top of that, we're going to put a hardcore base that will be completely level.
We're halfway done. It's 10:30. I'm sweating. It's so muddy. It's so I'm sweating so much. It's really close. It's kind of warm. Halfway through. It's 3 tons nearly finished, which is great. And that's how far I've got so far. So that's about 3 tons. That's about 3 tons. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 tons. 15 tons. 18 tons should do it. So that is where I've got to. Managed to level out all of this. That was the 6 tons that was shifting in time lapse. I've ordered another 18 tons. Yeah, really happy with it. This is a lot better than this. Look at the state of that. You can see that's where the digger got completely stuck. Stuck hugely through here. But anyway, yeah. Plan is today. Lot to do today. Plan is I've got little bits to tidy up, little bits of turf around the property that I need tidying up. I'm going to barrow down and bring in and throw down in all of these areas. And hardcore as well. Got a lot of hardcore round about the place that I'm going to chuck in there, sort that out. Real boring day today, just hard graft. And yesterday was amazing. We had a lot of fun with the kids painting in the tree house. Bluebell, show everyone your hands. Let me see your hands. You're hot. You can't take that top off.
Oh my god! Okay? No. Stop dipping it in the paint.
starting to look good. I let the kids paint inside because I think it gives them some sort of sense of ownership. And they had a lot of fun. They got really messy, and it was a really good day actually. They loved it. So I want to let them decorate inside, and maybe every 6 months they redecorate it and do something different. Yeah, just something fun for them. But we weren't, initially I wasn't planning to do this. Haley had the idea. It's a great idea. Our kids, we love playing in the garden while we had the digger, make the most of the digger, all of that. Obviously it's a lot of work, but you know, we have a beautifully big garden, but this is first world problems, playing football and that on it, and playing tennis or whatever, the kids, it is a nightmare. It's really slippy because only the top little bit is soil, and when it rains you're just falling over everywhere. You're covered in mud. I mean, you can see how soggy it is down there. I mean, that's what you're dealing with. That's how soft the ground is. If I just show you, like here, you can see it's boggy. So this is going to fix that. Well, putting a top layer, it's slightly graduated down, so it will run off. I'm going to leveling it off with the top, and then on top of this, on top of that hardcore, that layer of hardcore, that's creating some sort of drainage. We're going to put another 24 tons. Well, I think it'd be about 21 tons in here of soil. And then I need 3 tons to get at the back. I've landscaped out the back as well. So I've been very busy. Had a little bit of a problem with the extension. Well, with the digging the footings. Obviously I can't get a digger to it right now because the ground is so soft. So I have to create some sort of hard path to get another digger in just for one day. But obviously you can see I just can't get it through any of this. It's an absolute nightmare. So I need to clean all this up, get down some sort of hardcore path so I can get a digger in. But the footings have been a nightmare. We've had a tremendous amount of rain, and that's what I'm dealing with. We've got a moat, and to top it off, because it's been so wet, the walls have collapsed. You can see that. I knew it was going to happen. I just couldn't get in there to finish off the footings, and we had so much rain, and then it flooded. It is what it is. It's fine. It's no problem. It's just more work. That's all. It is what it is. It's not ideal, but you know, hey, now it means that we're going to have this garden. It's going to be awesome. 6 tons being delivered. I've got 18 coming today. It took me about 4 hours to do 6 tons, so 12 hours of digging should get it done. And I am sweating. I don't know if you can see that so much that his sweat has run down I promise I have not wet myself. I promise I am not doing a Liam Neeson. And if you don't know what I mean by that, Google Liam Neeson wet himself. The dude's doing it all the time. But I have not. That's just sweat, but it looks like I've had a right number one. It is hard work. It's hard work, but it's good work. If you like the episode, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Consider it. Yeah, absolutely. And if not, as you were. As you were. Yeah. Love her.